Hi, my name is James Casey. We're here with the next installment of my cooking video here, Cooking with the Caseys. Today I'm going to be doing some breakfast pizza with a little bit of a Cajun twist to it, a little Southern Louisiana flavor. Now, I know I've been saying this the last few videos, this is going to be a quick dish, but this one really is like a very quick dish. This one, you can get this one prepped in about 10 minutes, maybe 15, and then done in about 30, so it takes about 45 minutes start to finish, and it's pretty much a meal in one dish. You don't even have to do a side dish. It's just you got your bread and your eggs, meat, everything in it in the one pan. So first thing you're going to do is you're going to pull out a large baking pan. Going to pull out a medium frying pan, medium to large. You're going to put your oven on about 350 just to get ready, because it's not going to take long. You need 3 rolls of crescent rolls. I like to use the butter flavor, Butterflick. I'm going to need 6 to 7 eggs. I usually do 6, but I keep 1 egg out just in case, because sometimes some eggs are a little bigger than others when you bust them open. You need 1 pound of the regular Jimmy Dean sausage. You can use whatever sausage you want, but I use the Jimmy Dean because I put my own seasoning on everything. So I'm going to need 1 whole onion. I'm going to need, for the eggs themselves, when I beat the eggs, I'm going to put garlic and onion powder. I'm going to put about, 3/4 of a cap of crab boil. Then your basics, like I always use, your black pepper, salt, red pepper. Now for the top, after you put everything in the dish, you're going to use a pack of the Colby and Monterey cheese shredded, and I probably use about half a thing of the 6 cheese Italian. I don't use it all, but adds a little extra dimension of flavor. And then I put a little parsley flakes just as like a little garnish on there to make it look pretty, and then the garlic actually makes the flavor come out even more. And if you want, just to add even more of a little bit of flavor, sometimes I'll sprinkle a little bit of Parmesan cheese, just the powdered cheese on top, and that gives it a real good flavor too, which I'll probably end up doing that. But when we come back, I'm gonna have the Jimmy Dean and the onion going in the frying pan, and then after that, I'm gonna show you what to do with the eggs and with the crescent rolls. We're going to use that as a dough, and we'll be right back. Alright, we're back. Now at this point, I have the sausage there browned really pretty good. You don't want to do it too much because you're going to cook it in the oven anyway. For a little bit, it's going to finish cooking it. So once I have it browned pretty decent with them onions in it, what I do is I'll turn it down to medium, and I'll start messing with the dough. Now what you do with the dough is you get your crescent rolls, and when you bust them open, the first pack and a half is like just big enough to make a dough, and then you just want to mess around with it, get it situated in there to where it's flat on the bottom. Then I'll take what's left over, okay, and I'll just peel them off individually by the crescent roll and stretch them out and just make little rolled long tube type side of deals out of them, and start making your crust. And you just keep adding to it and adding to it till it's almost at the top of the pan, not quite. You can want to bring it up about 1 inch, okay? Okay, we got the sausage going. Now, to the eggs, stir that a little bit. To the eggs, what I'm going to do is, like I said, I'm going to season them with a little bit of crab boil, not even a full cap, a little bit of garlic and onion powder. Now this is all seasoned to taste. I said this before, I don't like putting limitations on anything. It's what you feel you can handle, or your level of spiciness or whatever. Me, I like mine flavorful but not too hot to eat. You got your basic red, basic black, and your white salt. And then I'm going to come back with everything mixed up in here, all the seasoning, ready to pour in the pot. Then I'm going to show you how to do the sausage and put the the toppings on it and make it ready for the oven. So we'll be right back with that, and I'll show you the next step to the Cajun breakfast pizza. Alright, we're back. Now, this is going to be the last step for the plating and everything. As you can see, what I did was built the sides up with the remaining of the crescent rolls there, and I got all my seasoning mixed in with the eggs real good, okay, and I put them in the bottom of the tray and just make sure they run all even all over the bottom, okay. Now you want to spoon in your sausage and onion mixture. Now with this breakfast pizza, you don't have to cook the eggs, okay. They bake in the oven. It's almost like a quiche dish, but I like to call it breakfast pizza because it's got a real breakfast flavor to it with the sausage and everything, you know, the crescent rolls, and so it's basically like eating a whole breakfast in one piece of pizza. So you got your eggs, your sausage, your crescent rolls, you know, you can have your cheese, and like I said, it's got a little Cajun, Southern Louisiana twist to it. But basically the idea here is just to get all your meat down in the bottom even. Let me finish getting that in there. Alright, I'm kind of picky. I like to get every last little scrap of everything. That's just me, though. Alright, let's set this over here. Now, once you get that in there, I like to kind of just even it out a little bit, you know. Make sure it's all got a lot of meat in there. And it's really going to fluff up high with all these eggs in there. And I ended up only using 6. Like I said, I usually keep one on standby, but I didn't need it this time. Now, I like to use a whole pack of Kobe and Monterey, and I just dump that right in there. Now this isn't the huge pack. This is just the 8-ounce pack. Okay, and I'll spread it around, and I like a lot of cheese on mine. I'm kind of a cheesehead, man. Especially when it comes to stuff like this, pizza and anything that has cheese in it. It's got to have a lot of cheese. Got to have a lot of cheese. To me, anyway, it does. It just got to be that way. Then I'm gonna throw in about half of a pack of this 6 cheese blend right here. It's a little Italian blend. You can get it at any store. There we go. Spread that around real good. One more little scoop. Use about half the bag. That's what I use anyway. Alright. And now that I have that all evened out, I still got a little left. Use that for something else later. Us Cajun Louisiana people, we don't like to waste anything. You know, whenever I like to do is I like to cook something, and even if I have leftovers of the dish, I like to try to create something with it. And like I said, I'm going to put a little parsley. This adds a little color, a little bit of flavor too. You can use the fresh parsley if you want, but just for time's sake, I like to use the dry because, you know, it gets moistened up in there anyway. Honestly, it is a little better to use the fresh, but I don't always have it on hand because I cook so much, so I like to stick with this. Then you're going to add your little extra garnish, which is the minced garlic. And again, you know, you can always use the fresh, but you know, just for time's sake, I like to get a little bit on a spoon because you don't need a whole lot. I like to just sprinkle it over the top of the cheese just to give it that extra little garlic kick that everybody likes. Hell, I do anyway. My whole family is garlic heads. So, and that should about do it. Now all we got to do is stick it in the oven for about 30 to 35, maybe 40, depending on how big you make it and how many eggs you have to use, because it's going to fluff up. You just want to watch it. Make sure your crust gets nice and golden brown. All your cheese is melted, a little bit bubbly on the edges, and it's done. Okay, and then you want to pull it out, let it sit on top of the oven for a little while, you know, about 10 minutes or so, just to let it settle, let that cheese kind of cool off, because if you try to cut it right after you pull it out, it's not going to work out for you. But I'll show you that when we get back, because I'm going to let mine sit before the next take, and we'll be plating it up, and we'll be right back. Alright, we're back. It's our last little part of the Cajun style breakfast pizza video. Now this dish makes about 8 pieces of pizza, and it's like a deep dish quiche pizza is what it is basically, but it's a breakfast style with a little Cajun twist to it, and it's delicious, man. I wish I were here to smell it and to taste it and everything. It comes out excellent. Now I don't know if I mentioned this, but you don't have to use the regular breakfast pork sausage, but that's my favorite. You can put whatever. You can put bacon, you can put smoked sausage. You don't even have to use breakfast items. You can put whatever. You know, mix them up. Put whatever you want. But as you can see, I let it cool a little bit. Chopped it up into 4 pieces. Now me, I like the middle, so I'm going to go ahead and grab this middle piece right here. This big one. And before I put it in the oven, I know those croissants, the crescent roll pack says not to put any thing down in the pan, any butter or oil. But what I'll do is I'll take some veggie oil and just take a napkin and put it over the lid and dump it. And then just rub that down, just a barely little thin layer, and it just comes out perfect. Don't stick it all. You get the whole piece, and that's what's for dinner. I got some breakfast pizza. As you can see, look how it's fluffed up real thick. You got your layer of crust, you got your eggs, your sausage, cheese on top, garlic, parsley. Everything's ready to go. So I hope y'all enjoyed this recipe. This is a really good one, trust me. If y'all try this, you're going to be surprised. You might not think that breakfast pizza could be very Cajun, but it is awesome. Hope y'all enjoy.
1, 2, 3, 4.